Okay, back again here with some sports. Now, it's been a while since I've done any sports coverage and sports videos. So I decided that instead I'm going to go live with some sports. Now, first I'm going to talk about the NBA. And let's see, what do I have here? I'll talk about some NBA stuff. Now, as you know, the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship way back in June, and now they're going through through a summer league, the NBA that is. I don't know. I wonder what the summer league purpose for the summer league is for, because seems to me it's really irrelevant, except for the fact that they're trying to choose players that will play for some teams in the NBA season, real NBA season. And I think this summer league is just build up for most players coming into the NBA. And I have to say too that it's a good thing that they're building up their basketball skills. Who is going to be the next Michael Jordan? Leave your comments. Who's going to be the next LeBron James? Again, leave your comments if you're watching this. Someone's watching this live stream. And usually I do this on my other channel, business one, but I just thought I would do something a little different with this channel here. So I just thought I would just come out and lay groundbreaking on sports. Now, even though the title says NBA and NFL and other extreme sports, I like to talk about other sports as well, if you're getting into it. Okay, what is going on in Major League Baseball? Not really a whole lot, but I've checked the standings in the Major League Baseball, and in some, the Chicago White Sox is leading one division, and another division, I think the San Francisco Giants are leading one, and who else here? I don't know who's leading the other ones, but you pretty much get the picture as to who's leading most teams, like the Boston Red Sox, and who else? Houston Astros, they're leading in their division. Now, Houston Astros ran into a little bit of scandal about a year ago, and I think that affected their play, and they ended up losing the series, I think either to the Dodgers or some other teams. And no, the Washington Nationals they lost to. So, no, that's not them. It was the LA Dodgers mostly. So who's going to win out of the National League? And who's going to win out of the American League? Well, only time will tell till the season unravels. But getting back to the NBA, now I wonder who's going to win the NBA championship this season, this 2021-2022 season. Now, I think one season was shortened by a landslide due to the pandemic and the COVID. Now, who's going to win? And Lakers will win, or will the Phoenix Suns win again with Chris Paul and Devin Booker? Now, they had an outstanding season, the Phoenix Suns, only to lose to the Milwaukee Bucks for, I think, 4-1 during the NBA Finals. Now, who will win this season? LeBron James or company, or will it be Chris Paul and company again? Now, Lakers are going to get some extra help. To help LeBron James, they're going to get Russell Westbrook. I think he was signed, I don't know how much of a deal, how much of his contract he signed for. But, they signed a deal. And we'll see what the Lakers can do this season. or some other teams coming into the NBA. Okay, with that said, I'm going to talk about the NFL. Now, as you know, last year in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs in that Super Bowl last year, and Tom Brady became the MVP. Now, who will win the Super Bowl this coming NFL season? Well, only time will tell. And there are a lot of good teams on the horizon. The Miami Dolphins, they look pretty good from last year. And they got some new players in the process, maybe to help on defense. Their defense has been pretty good last year. And let's see, maybe they got some help on offense as well. It'll be interesting to see how they do. And I think this Brian Flores, the coach for the Dolphins, probably got some schemes got some tricks up his sleeve to help Miami get over the hump and get into the playoff contention. Now, will it be Tampa Bay Buccaneers again to repeat? Tom Brady is back, and I thought he would retire by now, but he decided to give it another go. But I don't know. He's 44 years old. That's old for a quarterback. It's very old for a quarterback to be in that league position. But hey, if he can play, then all the power to him. And I have to say too that this is an amazing thing that he's doing. Now, I try to watch some videos on the NFL upcoming season. I mean, this with Teddy Bridgewater being the key quarterback for the Denver Broncos. And I think this youngster who played last year for the Broncos, I think he's being a second string quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see who will get the starting jobs. Maybe if Bridgewater gets in, Teddy Bridgewater gets injured, this guy will be the second string. But I don't know. He's had some ups and downs from last season in the NFL. So that says a lot. So now I have to watch some more videos on the NFL and see what's going on. Well, are having their preseason games. And next season, the real season will be in September next month. So that'll be very interesting to watch. So now, finally, I'm going to talk a bit about, well, I would say finally, I'm just not getting any viewers here. But now getting to some extreme sports. Now, this is the first live stream I'm doing for sports. So just come out, bear with me. Just see if we can take things from there. Now, extreme sports, as you know, extreme sports like, say, motorsports, like race driving, dirt biking, skateboarding, and some other extreme sports such as breakdancing. I don't know if that's a sport, but I've seen some awesome display of breakdancing last night on this Red Bull channel, Red Bull account. You know, Red Bull, the energy drink that they sell in most food stores. They sponsor a lot of these events, a lot of these extreme sporting events. And skateboarding was one event I saw. In fact, skateboarding debuted in the Olympics this year, Tokyo Olympics this year. I think they'll probably keep it for a while and see how things are. So I think the Olympic Games, as much as they've been around, they're trying to attract a younger audience, which has always been their Achilles' heel, always been their trouble, trying to attract that younger audience, like some millennials and some Generation Z, but especially Generation Z, who I think are often turned off from sports. They'd rather see some sporting coverage on, say, platforms like YouTube, like the one I'm doing this video on. They'd rather do that instead of watching on TV. And that's where NBC has, I would say, lost their I'm looking for that word. They've lost their audience with that group. Because, more younger people are there. They want to watch things on YouTube, like, say, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but especially TikTok. That's the main thing. They want to watch their sporting coverage on TikTok. That's where their audience is. And the Olympics is no exception. They want to watch Olympic coverage on TikTok and live streams like this one on YouTube, which I'm talking about. Now, I've watched some extreme sports and pretty interesting stuff to watch. And I've basically just watched them, especially skateboarding, where a lot of these guys jump off on the ramps and the stair rails. Now, they had two skateboarding events in the Olympics: the street and the park. Now, the park is where you skate, do some tricks in a park setting, in the park rink, where skateboarders go to normally. Now, the street is which I've watched last night, where you do tricks on, like, say, the benches, stairways in most buildings. That's street. And and I was surprised to see that most Americans never got any medals. Of course, there was one rider for the men's side where he ended up with a bronze medal. But it was pretty much dominated by the Japanese, both Japanese women and Japanese men. So that says a lot. Maybe they'll be better in the next Olympics in Paris. Speaking of which, they're bringing breakdancing as an Olympic event. Like, that's not extreme, then I don't know what is. Breakdancing. Breakdance coming out in most movies in I think late 70s in New York and the early 1980s, where most people broke dance and done a lot of tricks. Now they're bringing this sport, extreme sport, to the Olympic Games in Paris 2024. Again, the Olympics organization, they're trying to attract a younger audience. They're trying to attract a younger audience because they've been having a tough time with it. The television coverage has been okay. NBC they have done somewhat of a good job, but not enough to get their ratings up, because their ratings have been very poor. So yeah, that's pretty much I have to say for this sports live stream, and hopefully I can do another one, and hopefully I can probably get more viewers. But wishing is not going to make that come true. But if I have more coverage on the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, and NHL hockey, which is also coming up, I'll be back. And I'll be going now.